Suspect in a deadly hit and run in Lexington is behind bars 1 year later.
31-year-old Harry McDermott went before a judge today. WKYT's Kelsey Soto is joining us now with a look at those charges. She has our top story at 5:30 from the Alert Center. Kelsey.
Good evening to you. Exactly 1 year to the day after Alex Creech was hit and killed at an intersection downtown, the accused driver was arrested. This happened the night of September 14th of last year when Alex Creech was riding his motorcycle at South Broadway in Angliana. The 20-year-old died at the scene. Bluegrass Crime Stoppers released an image last month of who they thought was responsible for fleeing the scene. 31-year-old Harry McDermott was the suspected driver. Then on Saturday, Lexington police arrested him. McDermott going before a judge to be arraigned this afternoon. He's been charged with leaving the scene of an accident, failure to render aid, and driving without a license. His criminal record, though, shows he was released from jail just a month before the crash that killed Alex.
My son lost his life, and getting out for being free for a year, and then to have such a low bond with the opportunity to leave again, I don't believe it's fair.
And we have kept in touch with Alex's family. His uncle told me today that they felt extreme peace when that arrest was announced. However, they were severely disappointed with that low bond because of the severity of the charges and his prior criminal record. They are, however, thankful for everyone who showed support and shared their posts on social media, which they believe may have helped with that capture.
Kelsey, thank you. McDermott's bond remains at $5,000. If he is released, he will be subjected to electronic monitoring. His preliminary hearing will be September 25th at 8:30 in the morning.